So this is the second time today that I have recorded this video. The first time I recorded it over in the corner, and when I went to play back the video, there was no audio, which was really frustrating. Anyhow, I know I said in the last video that I wasn't going to do a pickups video until maybe a bit further into the month. However, while doing some shopping on the HMV website, I noticed that a lot of the Arrow Video Blu-rays were at about $8.99 a pop. But there was nothing on the HMV website to say that there was an Arrow sale or anything. But I was going into town, Cardiff City Centre anyway, to have a look around and just to get out of the flat for a bit. And I also wanted to trade in a few movies to CEX. And I thought I'd pop into HMV just to double check, make sure like it might be a mistake or something. But no, sure as day, Arrow sale. Soft launched in HMV about 2 days before being launched online. So I picked up a couple. Nothing huge, nothing fancy, nothing like massive to write home about. Just films that I've been interested in. And some of these are just upgrades from DVD. And some are films that I've never seen before, but always wanted to. And one of these is actually a blind buy. Now I talk about not necessarily blind buying anymore because of the lack of research that goes into blind buying a movie. I don't technically agree with it. I mean, you should do your research beforehand before spending money, especially large sums of money on films that you may not have any like idea about. But while this is a sort of blind buy, I did do a little bit of research beforehand while I was looking at the Arrow sale. So I've got 4 from Arrow, and I've got 3 non-Arrow titles. 2 of them are from Spain. One of them was another HMV pickup, and they are 3 fantastic, fun 80s movies to add to my collection of 80s cinema. So the first one that I picked up in the Arrow sale is The Exorcist 3. Now, I already own The Exorcist 3 in the DVD box set, which has Exorcist, Exorcist 2, Exorcist 3, and the 2004 releases, which are Dominion, the Exorcist prequel, and Exorcist The Beginning. And the Exorcist, Dominion and Exorcist The Beginning are essentially the same film. The Dominion was originally directed by Paul Schrader, but he was removed by, I think it's 20th Century Fox, or maybe, no, sorry, it'd be Warner Brothers, wouldn't it? He was removed by Warner Brothers, and Rennie Harlin came in and finished it, edited it as Exorcist The Beginning, and Dominion then was re-edited with the footage that Paul Schrader shot to be released as Dominion prequel to The Exorcist. Anyhow, The Exorcist 3, like I said, I've already got this, but the reason I picked this up is because it's got the Legion cut, which is the director's cut of this, which was the original version that the author and writer and director William Peter Blatty wanted to put out. And I've never seen the director's cut, and I'm really intrigued to see it. And I've heard great things about The Exorcist 3. It is one of the Exorcist films that I haven't ever seen. I've seen 1 and 2, and I've seen the Dominion, and I've seen The Beginning, but I've never seen The Exorcist 3. So, yeah, there we go. It was $8.99 as well, so I'm not going to knock that. Then we have... this is a film that I wanted to see for years. This is a film directed by Sam Peckinpah that came out in 1965, I think. Oh, sorry, 1964. And it stars Richard Harris and Charlton Heston. And it's a Western that is more about, I guess, the Civil War, which is between the Confederates and the Union Cavalry. Yeah, the Union and the Confederates. And it's Major Dundee. Now, what I know, the only know about this release, specific release, was I think this was the first. Oh, this was the last Arrow Academy title, but the first Arrow Academy title that was released via Arrow Video, because Arrow Academy was sort of closed down and integrated into Arrow Video, because obviously Arrow Academy is the more highbrow, more arty side of that label, but didn't really sell as much as the Arrow Video, so they closed that down, transferred everything into Arrow Video. So I think this, if I remember rightly, this was the first of the Arrow Academy titles to be released through Arrow Video. But I absolutely love Sam Peckinpah movies. Charlton Heston never ever disappoints, and Richard Harris is always a good watch as well. So yeah, really looking forward to checking this one out. This is 136 minutes long, and it's got a fair few special features on as well. Again, that was only $8.99. This is also an upgrade from DVD. Now, I own the DVD of this. I have seen this film a couple of times. I own the DVD. I'm looking at the DVD right now, actually, because it's just under the TV. But this is a 1957 science fiction movie written by Richard Matheson, directed by Jack Arnold, based on Richard Matheson's short story. Matheson also wrote the original novel I Am Legend, which was then remade. Well, I say remade. It was then adapted by Richard Matheson into The Last Man on Earth, which stars Vincent Price. Obviously, then that was remade as the Omega Man. Then we've got then we've got I Am Legend with Will Smith. It's The Incredible Shrinking Man. Really enjoy this movie. It's quite a fun little film. Jack Arnold as director. Stars Grant Williams, Randy Stewart, April Kent, Paul Langton, and Raymond Bailey. Produced by Albert Zugsmith. It's a universal release. Runs at 81 minutes, and it's in its original aspect ratio of 1.85 to 1. So yeah, there's the Incredible Shrinking Man. Obviously, with Arrow releases, they all have reversible sleeves. That is the artwork for the reversible, and that is the new artwork. I don't know which one I prefer. In fact, I don't think I prefer either. I think I prefer the old. Well, I don't know. I mean, I suppose it looks okay like that. It reminds me of the old posters. So yeah, again, another $8.99 release. And this last release via Arrow. This is the blind buy. This is the one that, even though I did watch the trailers beforehand and I did read a little bit about it, I'd never seen these films. I hadn't really heard of these. But because I'm in a bit of a 70s Yakuza Japanese like action stroke exploitation kick at the moment, after watching Radiance's release of Yakuza Graveyard, phenomenal movie, by the way, directed by Kinji Fukasaku. I saw this. It is the game trilogy, which features the Most Dangerous game, The Killing Game and The Execution Game, and it stars Yusaku Matsuda. And it is all three films are directed by Toru Murakawa. They're about an assassin by the name of Shohei Narumi, who obviously is like a world-class, cool as shit assassin in Japan. Like I said, I can't really talk a huge amount about these because I've never seen them. Reading about it, it appears that Yusaku Matsuda was the what's the word for it? The visual influence for Spike Spiegel from the anime Cowboy Bebop, which I can sort of see. I mean, this is obviously a sort of homage to Taxi Driver. But yeah, I mean, they're not the longest films. They run at 89, 92 and 100 minutes. There's the original Japanese language and English subtitles in the original aspect ratio of 2.35 to 1, which is the best aspect ratio. So yeah, looking forward to checking these out. That's a pretty damn cool cover. Very funky soundtrack to them by the looks of things. Then we've got the 80s movies. Now, these are all upgrades from DVD to Blu-ray. The first one is a film that was on my list to pick up in HMV. And it's a film that I've kind of loved it for years. Even though it was technically classed as a bad film, it's a film that I find ridiculously fun, and I usually watch it on DVD if I'm watching other movies that kind of fit with this film. And it is Supergirl, starring Helen Slater and Faye Dunaway, Helen Slater, Peter O'Toole, and Peter Cook, obviously. Peter Cook. Who else is in it? Mia Farrow, Mark McClure, there's the one. That's The Connection. Brenda Vaccaro, Hart Bochner, and there is someone else in this as well from Grease 2. I can't remember her name now, but she plays Louis DeMucci's girlfriend, who he sings the song about doing it for the country with. Damn. Begins with an M. I cannot remember. Anyway, it'll flash up on the screen. Oh, look, that's like a... Ooh, finger. Yeah, so Supergirl. Enjoy this movie. It's been like a long time since I saw it, actually. And the reason I say I watched this when I watched the other movies in the same sort of franchise is because this is connected to the Christopher Reeve Superman universe or Superman franchise, as it features a connection to that world via a photo of Christopher Reeves, or a poster of Christopher Reeves in Superman, and the inclusion of Mark McClure here as Jimmy Olsen. One thing I really love about this movie as well, though, is the score. The music score by Jerry Goldsmith is so good, but then it's a Jerry Goldsmith score, so what are you going to do? Fun. And $7.99. And I just checked on CEX and they're selling this for a tenner. Pre-owned. Then we have another 80s film, another film that is an upgrade from DVD. This is one of the first films I've got out of these two from Spain. And I thought this might have been a bootleg, but from the looks of it, it's not. It looks like it's an actual release. But it stars Kate Capshaw, Leah Thompson, Kelly Preston, Larry B. Scott, Joaquin Phoenix when he was a little boy under the name of Leaf Phoenix. Tate Donovan, Tom Skerritt, Barry Primus, and Terry O'Quinn. Terry O'Quinn, if you are unaware, is most famous for playing John Locke in the TV series Lost. But he's one of those character actors that has been around since the 80s. He was in the Stepfather movies, the original Stepfather movies, and he played, I think it was Howard Hughes, he played in The Rocketeer. He would designed the Rocketeer's backpack. But most primarily known as Locke from the TV show Lost. It is the movie Space Camp, or the Spanish title is SOS Equipo Azul. Space Camp. That's really cool poster artwork as well. I really like that artwork. Typical 80s family movie. It's sci-fi tinged, it's got teens in it, and it's got a robot, but it also has an amazing John Williams score. So, Space Camp. Fun movie. I might watch that tonight. And then the final one in my 80s family sci-fi adventure movie adaptation, additions to my collection, is the movie Daryl. Now, Daryl is a very cool film. I used to watch this a lot when I was a kid. This was $7.99 from, well, €7.99. Do they use euros in Spain, or is it pesetas? No, that would be Mexico. Or is that Mexican dollars? I don't know. I think it's euros. Anyway, this is Daryl. If you don't know what Daryl is an acronym. DARYL stands for Data Analyzing Robot Youth Lifeform. So I can tell you exactly what this film is about. It's about Daryl, this kid here, played by Barrett Oliver from the movie. Well, as you probably recognise him from the movie The Neverending Story, where he played Bastian. He plays Daryl. Daryl is a robot. And, well, he's a robot child. He's a robot in the guise of a child. And it's the type of movie where it's a good movie to watch with something like Starman, because it's about a non-human becoming human and discovering human feelings and that type of stuff. In this case, it's Daryl becoming more sentient and somewhat having a soul, even though he's a robot. But it's a really good film, great cast in it. Mary Beth Hurt, Michael McKean from the Spinal Tap movie, Catherine Walker, Colleen Camp. Joseph Sommer plays I think he plays the scientist in this. Ron Fraser and Barrett Oliver. But directed by Simon Windsor. And who wrote it? Guion. David Ambrose, Alan Scott, and Jeffrey Ellis, or maybe they produced it. I'm not 100% sure. It's got music by Marvin Hamlish. This movie runs at how long? There's a runtime of 100 minutes. Yeah, it's a cool movie. I don't know whether I want to watch this instead. What I like about this film is the song at the end that, by Teddy Prendergast, called Somewhere I Belong, which is a really, really nice song. Ends the movie. But yeah, there we go. So Daryl, Data Analyzing Robot Youth Lifeform. Great 80s movie. Really good in a double feature with Flight of the Navigator or something like Short Circuit or Cocoon. Sorry. So there we go. That is my mini update of the week, which gives us these. So if you're out and about, there's some really good deals in the Arrow sale in HMV and online, so check it out. They've launched it now online, Arrow have. But yeah, really, really go and have a look. I mean, if I could, I'd just spent a fortune in HMV on those, but I gave myself a budget and stuck to it. So as usual, I am Pete. The reason my voice is a bit quieter is because it's 20 to 2 in the morning, and the reason I'm sat at the desk and not in the corner is because behind that wall is my brother's bedroom, and my brother has work tomorrow and he wants to sleep. And it's quite thin walls, so that's why I'm back at the desk and my voice is quiet, but I've got the mic in, so hopefully it'll pick up the voice. Anyway, my name is Pedro. This is Pedro's Movie Cavern. I'll give you a salute, throw up the peace sign, and I'm going to tell you that I am out. Cheers, everyone. Have a good one.